Hey, this program does not reflect the views of Media Network of Waterford. Tell you the truth, I don't even know if we have permission to be doing it.
We don't.
Look, if you have a problem with the show, feel free to contact me, a clown. Or
You can contact me, comedian Luis Valencia. But I owe too many people money, so I don't really answer my phone all the time. So just leave a message after the beep.
When he's out in the crowd, you'll find out that he's loud. He's dressed in all black and white. He's one hell of a sight. He's a disgruntled clown. And he's fooling around.
good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Disgruntled Clown Show with Luis Valencia. Well, guess what? Luis ain't here. That's right. We got a special guest host tonight. Y'all might remember him from a couple episodes ago. He was here, and we brought him back to fill in for Luis because Luis is on hiatus. He's on tour right now in Colorado. And y'all give a warm welcome to Jonny Houser.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Clown. And I got to say, I'm absolutely committed to being here to do this.
Hey, we appreciate that. I appreciate you filling in on short notice.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
It was quick.
Yeah.
It was a quick, so quick that he just had time to do his hair by putting it in a bun.
I know, right? Like and quite frankly, I still haven't mastered that yet. It took me 15 minutes to
That's
get it.
true. He broke 2 rubber bands.
I did. I was screaming for help in the bathroom.
But Luis is on tour, just like our band. They're still on tour. And I don't know why I'm still here.
Well, I mean, like, to make me look good? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, Luis got booked to go on tour, and
Well, and that's really why I agreed to do this, because I heard that he was able to get some success.
Right.
So I figured, if
everybody
nothing else.
jump off my.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like some people are just kingmakers and others are kings. I don't know. What you want me to
I
say.
don't know. But we got a great show lined up today. We got a great show lined up. Our guest is a comedian. That's right. He's actually going to be here in a little while. So first off, we're going to talk about some other stuff.
Let's do it.
So how'd your last month go?
It was pretty good, getting adjusted to being out in public again.
Yeah, I had a birthday.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. Happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's also Squirrel Killer's birthday.
That's right. Today is her birthday, yeah.
Yep, so we want to make sure, say that to my lovely bride there. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Karen.
And don't think I forgot your birthday. I didn't forget it.
Right.
I didn't buy you nothing, but I didn't forget it.
I mean, I got a card.
I'll take her out to dinner. That was nice of you, too, to give her a card.
I'll be honest. If it hadn't been for Facebook, I would have never known.
Never know.
Like,
Facebook saves a lot of people.
well, and it was the timing of it, too, because not only did it tell me, but it popped up while I was in the store.
Oh.
And I'm like, the cards are right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That is the best way to go with that.
It was. I mean, it saved me.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
I mean,
It saved me a couple times, too, that way.
Yeah.
So I knew my mom's birthday and all that.
right.
You know,
I have my relatives memorized, but that's about it. Yeah.
I got too much other stuff to try to remember.
I mean, you got to live the simple life.
Yeah, Hey, I want to give a shout out to some people. This is the part of the show where we do whatever we want to. So we're going to go ahead and shout out to a few people.
We're doing that now?
Yeah.
Okay.
They sent emails. They sent emails and texts. So here we go. I want to shout out to Daryl in Huntington, West Virginia.
Ooh, the home of the Thundering Herd.
That's it. He actually works for the city. He takes care of the machinery,
Okay.
the engines, and all. He's a mechanic.
I grew up 20 miles east of there.
I'll tell you what, on the West Virginia side?
Yeah.
Or on, okay.
Oh, yeah, between Charleston
That
and
explains
Huntington,
the bun. Okay.
Are you kidding me?
We're getting somewhere now.
I would have got my butt kicked every day if I had this down there.
Oh, that's true.
That was in 1987. They weren't
yeah.
real open about that.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give him that one. He developed the bum when he moved to the big city.
I did. I moved up here north in the Mason-Dixon line. They got me all liberalized and everything.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to give a shout out to him. We also want to give a shout out to somebody else I'm supposed to shout out to. To Phil. to Amazon Phil.
Oh, Amazon Phil.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to Amazon Phil. Phil makes a living with Amazon.
Okay. I hear you can do that now.
Yeah, so
Now how long till he's in space?
I don't know.
Is that some kind of like development program they have?
I don't
now?
know. I don't know. If you ever read any of the emails or talk to Phil,
Yeah.
Phil's out there, definitely out there.
So
yeah.
space would be like the
Not
natural
that
for him?
far.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty soon Amazon's going to be delivering Interstellar.
He
right?
would fit in.
Yeah. All right.
I every time I talk to him, makes me feel good knowing I'm a clown.
Right? It's good to keep people around that make your life decisions feel
I'm
right.
telling you,
Wait, is that why I'm here?
probably.
Okay, good.
That's why you were first choice.
My first choice. Hey,
First choice.
as long as I'm wanted.
That's it.
I mean,
That's it. Yeah, things. So yeah, we're getting back to normal. People are taking their mask off.
they are.
You know, it's getting good.
It's nice to see smiling faces again for a change.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I mean, I'm
You
torn.
used to not be able to tell.
No, you couldn't. And I'm torn because actually my mask, when it started, I went out and decided I'm going to get one that's fun at least if I got to wear a mask.
Oh, like a dog print or something.
I got a Homer Simpson face.
Oh, okay.
So it's smiling and it's fun. And I'm perfectly honest. At least once a day, when I was out in public, strangers would come up to me and be like, "Hey, I really like your mask." And so now I'm torn because never once in my life has anyone stopped me and said, "Hey, I love your face."
Right.
It's like I kind of want to put it back on. I need that boost every day.
Well, that was the advantage women had. Yeah. That we had to look them in the eye.
Yeah, I know,
that's-
right?
And they didn't have to smell our breath.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, that was a big one.
That's
for
true,
me.
yeah.
Like, those of us with halitosis really appreciated.
I'm telling you right now. Definitely. Well, that's the end of that segment. Got a new segment. Who's on the road?
Who's on the road?
Yeah, and what that is comics that are on the road in Michigan, going around to the different comedy clubs and performing. We're going to highlight them and let people know where they're at.
Well, that's awesome.
So, for instance, August 5th, 6th, and 7th, Keith Ruff is going to be at One Night Stands in Waterford, Michigan.
Great club.
Matter of fact, August 12th, 13th, and 14th, Sal D'Amelio, who was just here. You just got done working with Sal.
I've loved working with Sal. He's wonderful.
Sal's actually going to be at One Night Stands. On August 19th, 20th, and 21st, Dave Dyer.
Oh, no, Dave's a good friend.
You know Dave now, so I've never met Dave.
He's a Michigan guy. So,
Is he?
Yeah, he has been around a long time. Wonderful comedian and very, very nice guy. Great to go and see.
Good deal. And August 26th, 27th, and 28th, the magical comedian Keith Fields
Magic and comedy.
is actually going to be at One Night Stands.
Nice.
And hey, we'll be having this every month. Every episode, we'll be highlighting the different comedy clubs in Michigan who are doing shows and stuff, and who all's there to keep you informed, so you can go on out or see a show, do something. All right,
Telling you about all the comedians that are working while we're doing this.
that's it. This next segment is Defenders of the First Amendment. Now that Johnny is where we actually pick a soldier,
Oh, wonderful.
someone who served, is serving, or is deceased, and we highlight and salute them for their service of protecting the First Amendment,
Which they absolutely deserve.
for a comic, our whole job
For sure.
is on the First Amendment. So that's what we do. And tonight we are going to honor Lance Corporal Daniel E. Perkins, United States Marine Corps. He served from September 1976 to October 1982.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, get this. Wait till you hear what he did. He worked in Guantanamo Bay,
Oh, my goodness.
Cuba. He was an anti-gun assault and demolitions man.
Wow.
Actually, from Michigan. That's right. We're born and raised and brought up in Genesee County.
So he has a lot of fun on the 4th of July then.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's an old man now.
Yeah.
I actually got the opportunity to meet him, and he is definitely something.
Yeah.
So we want to give a shout out to Lance Corporal Daniel E. Perkins. Give him a salute.
Thank you for your service,
Thank
Corporal.
you for your service. And y'all can see the different pictures and all that he's got. That one is a picture of him with a snake.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a snake.
Neat.
Yeah.
So this guy plays with snakes and blows things up?
Yeah, well, he was in Guantanamo Bay, so.
Yeah. Like, again, I could see where both those skills would come in handy.
Yeah, definitely.
They have a lot of mines down there, so I think he
Definitely.
really was. He probably had an integral part in that.
I'm just telling you.
Sure he has some stories.
Definitely. All right, now our next segment is where we bring in our comedian guest. Well, tonight's comedian guest, here, let me go ahead and pull this out of here. Tonight's comedian guest does clubs and colleges all over the country. I want y'all to please give a warm welcome for Dave Wellfare.
Woo!
Thank you. And let's get that out of the way right now, guys. Yes, my last name is Welfare. Go ahead, laugh, let that marinate, let it absorb. There's going to be diddly squat we're going to be able to do to change that. Trust me, I've tried. I used to get a lot of grief growing up having that name. Like when I was in elementary school, I used to have a pair of black and white Reeboks. Kids were mean. They'd be kicking them. They'd be like, generic boy. And I'd be like, really, dude? You're wearing Adidas. Unless you're wearing Nikes, you need to shh. Yeah. And when I got to high school, a lot of kids there liked to call me Food Stamp. Now, I kind of liked that one because it was original. But other kids, man, they were just straight up mean with me. They were. They'd be like, you on welfare, you on welfare. You eat gum and cheese. You eat gum and cheese. I'd be like, time out here, all right? I always thought there were L's in welfare, and I didn't know there was a B in government, but I'm the one on welfare? No. And guys, you heard that right there. I did say L's, all right? 2 L's on my last name. I was able to afford the second one. I'm a little bit of a baller. I am. You know, I do travel around the Midwest a lot doing comedy, and I'm finding more and more these days when I go out there and I talk about my last name, welfare, that more and more people don't know what welfare is anymore. And that's because we've gone away from using terms like on welfare and receiving food stamps, and instead we've transitioned into phrases like government assistance, or in this state right here in Michigan, we have a bridge card. And I wanted to know why we switched from that, because I used to get so much torment over this, and I wanted to know where it went. So I did a little research, and I found out in all this that the people that were actually on welfare and receiving food stamps didn't like the stigma that followed them around with terms like on welfare and receiving food stamps. So they petitioned to have it changed, and the government went ahead and changed it. So basically, guys, the people that were actually on welfare didn't like being teased about being on welfare. Well, duh. Found that shocking. Not. So, guys, when I became good enough at this comedy thing to have my own business card, I decided I was going to take that back. And I made my business card a welfare card that looks exactly like a bridge card. I don't know if you can see that there or not. But yeah, dude, and this is a brilliant idea, and I've actually found that this is actually a great game in the state of Michigan. Game, you ask? Yeah. Say you see me out there at the club. After the show, come up and say, hey, Dave, could I have one of those business cards? I'll say, sure. I'll give it to you. You take it home. You follow me on all these social media sites on there at Dave Wellfare Comedy. Then the next time you're out in a busy location at the bar, you're hanging with your friends, you take out my card, you throw it on the ground, and that's where the game begins. It's a little game I like to call Look Who's Poor. You just wait for somebody to come by thinking they're going to get some free groceries. Game quickly turns into Look Who's Disappointed. So, guys, when you see me out there, grab one of these. It's super fun. It is. Yeah, I do travel a lot. I love watching the television when I'm in my hotel and everything. And I love those like shows, like the not reality shows, but the shows that like talk about mythical creatures like the Loch Ness Monster. My favorite is the Bigfoot ones. I don't believe in Bigfoot, and if you do, I hate to burst your bubble, but guys, it is a huge hoax, man. And I always ask, like, what's the one piece of evidence they always find out there? And it's always a footprint. A footprint. You're telling me something that big is only leaving one single solitary footprint? Baloney grandma. Maybe if he has like one bionic leg and he's just jumping town to town leaving a footprint. No! It is a hoax, all right? And like all good hoaxes out there, there's 2 people out there in the woods. They're just getting their hoax on. There's one person just leaving his footprint. and there's another person out there keeping watch. And this is what I imagine a conversation would be like with these guys out in the woods getting their hopes on. I'll start as the guy keeping watch, all right? You know, Earl, I've been doing some thinking, and I was thinking instead of leaving a footprint, maybe we should leave some tracks, you know? Oh, you've been doing some thinking? You've been doing some thinking? Tell me something, wise guy. Where are these tracks going to lead to? I tell you where they're going to lead to. They're going to lead right back to us. It is Bigfoot, not big feet. Get it through your dang head. At least that's what I think the conversation would be like, but maybe I've been watching too much Moonshiners. I don't know. We're to the part of my set where I usually like to tell people I love messing with people. I do. And I'm a homeowner, and oh man, one of my favorite things is when those door-to-door salesmen come to your house, because it's just an opportunity for me to mess with people, man. And this last weekend, no different. I had an ADT salesman show up at my front door. He's like, "Excuse me, sir, do you have a few minutes to talk about your home security?" I was like, "Oh, I do. Come on in, bro." So he's sitting there, he's selling. At the end, he's doing his hard close and everything, and he whips out his little ADT sign. He goes, "Mr. Wellfare, just by having this sign in your front lawn, it's going to let would-be robbers know not to mess with you, and instead, they're going to rob your neighbors." I was like, "Really? Just by having that sign right there?" He's like, "Yes, sir." I was like, "Dude, how much for just the sign?" He didn't like that one, but dude, I do. I love messing with people, man. It's one of my favorite things. Like, even if I agree with you, I might disagree with you just to get a reaction out of you. And last night at the grocery store, no different, man. I was at the grocery store getting a few things. I had some college-age girls standing in front of me, and they were both talking about global warming, and my inner monologue just goes, "Oh, Dave, you got to mess with these girls, all right? Change your voice and mess with them." I was like, "Okay, inner monologue, I'll do it." I was like, global warming? That is fake news, ladies. That is fake news. There is no such thing as global warming." Oh, one of them just turned around, stared a hole right through my soul and goes, "Oh, really, mister? Really? Then why didn't you explain to me why the glaciers are melting?" I was like, "Glaciers melting? That is more fake news, all right? Listen up, sisterhood of the traveling pants. The glaciers ain't melting, all right? The glaciers are just losing weight, and I, for one, am all for a healthier glacier. You know, my motto is, let's make glaciers great again." That's when she called me a bunch of words we're not going to say, and I chalked it up as a victory, so. You might be saying to yourself right now, "Gee, Dave, why were you at the store last night?" And I'll tell you why. I was there getting myself a Stouffer's 5-cheese frozen lasagna because I am killing it at life, you know? And they're delicious. But no, I pulled it out of the freezer door, right? I pulled the box there. I looked at the box, and gang, I saw something on there, blew my mind. Looked at the box, and it said 11 servings. 11 servings. Guys, that's not even an even number. How the heck is this possible? The only thing I could think of is maybe we've been cutting our lasagna wrong all along, you know? Instead of cutting in little squares, maybe we should have been cutting it in strips. And I know that looked weird the first time someone sees you cutting your lasagna like that, being like, "Dude, what are you cutting your lasagna like that for?" And you're like, "Back off, Scott. It's Stouffer's. How else am I supposed to get the 11th serving?" And maybe that should be Stouffer's new slogan, too. "Back off, it's Stouffer's." I like aggressive advertising. But most likely, guys, it was a printing error. Big Boss Man was like, "Holy smokes, man, it's going to cost way too much to reprint this. Who's going to notice anyway? Some comedian in Michigan?" Yeah, some comedian in Michigan did notice, and Stouffer still hasn't responded to my tweet. #ninnies. Hey, guys, my name's Dave Wellfare. That's my time. Thank you so much, everybody.
Dave, man, that was funny.
Hey, thank you. I
That's
appreciate
funny,
it.
man. I'm glad you're finally here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
I know everyone else has been here.
Dude, I've been watching it, and I'm excited to be
We
here.
were holding off for you, man.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I didn't want you to come when Luis was here. I know you have that Mexican connection thing, you know, issues. So I went ahead and waited till he was on tour.
Oh,
And,
no.
you know, I know you won. I know y'all had that incident about growing that stuff, and you were working for one company, he's working for the other, you know.
Did you guys get in a gang weed war or something?
Oh, you know. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Dude,
Look at my man bun. I know nothing about that life.
He stepped on my turf, and I stepped on his toes. So, no.
All right. I wondered why he was limping the last time I saw him. That was you. All right. Yeah.
It was.
I got to say, he didn't have very flattering terms for you. I wondered who he was talking about.
Oh, that's all right. That's all
The
right.
bald thing makes sense now.
I can take it. Short, fat, white with the last name Welfare. I've taken my fair share of bullying. So,
That's it, definitely. So where you been? What you been doing?
Honestly, I just been trying to survive the pandemic like everybody else.
Now, I saw somewhere where you just got done doing the ball field.
I did. I did. We'll talk about my podcast in a bit that I do with a former radio guy, but that podcast, we have a relationship with our local minor league ball team, the Lansing Lugnuts, and they've afforded us the opportunities to
That's
be
right,
able to
you're a
come
Michigan
there.
boy. You
Yeah,
live here in Lansing.
exactly.
Don't you?
I am from Lansing,
Yeah.
Michigan. So, yeah, they've let us come in and record the podcast on numerous occasions, and then they said that they were going to be having some comedy shows come in, and how would I feel about coming down and opening up. And yeah, I did Preacher Lawson back in May, and I just did Fortune Feimster
Now,
this
you
last
do that
Friday.
through them or another booker?
I do it through them. I was booked through them. The feature, the middle, and the headliner were booked through another company, but I was booked through the Lugnuts themselves. They asked me to come down there, and then next month, August 17th, I'll be doing Rob Schneider down there, so
Nice.
that'll be awesome.
Have they started the season, or they're still in the season there? Yeah,
Yes,
okay, yeah, so-
they are in baseball, but when the baseball is out of town, that's when they're bringing in comedy, they're bringing in music, they're bringing in they did Tacos and Tequila Festival, Beer Fest, Nitro Circus is coming, Blink 182 is supposed to be there, so they're doing a lot of things. I don't know if they're just trying to expand what they can do at the ballpark or trying to make up for everything they lost last year, but it's working out.
Yeah, everybody's
nice ballpark.
Oh, it is.
everybody's bouncing around.
Yeah.
Trying to recover and all.
Yep.
So all right, so you've done that, and look, just so you know, whenever we have guests on the show,
Yes.
we go to getting on the internet. And we dig for days
Okay.
and days. And then sometimes we contact people's moms
Okay.
and stuff like this. Well, we found some pictures we want to ask you about.
Okay.
And I laugh because I've been a victim of this already.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Sure.
So, can you go ahead and pull up that first picture? This one right here.
Oh, Super Dave! Oh my God!
Now, what I like about this is you're committed to the role.
Oh yeah.
You are Superman right there.
Absolutely.
You are, and someone's got the red fingernails
Oh my God!
coming at you.
Is that the super villain that you were fighting? Look at
I
those
have no
nails!
clue.
Holy hell!
It was probably my sister in her costume.
Right?
It was funny because we grew up having money, but as you can tell, my parents didn't spend their money. We still made our costumes and everything. So
Hey, I understand. I was. a
Go ahead.
doo-wop.
Hold up, gentlemen.
Yeah.
We're not done yet. Let's go ahead and show the next picture. The graduation picture.
Oh, yeah.
So he's still.
Now, do
going
you
with the
notice that
theme.
Dave
Yeah.
is still wearing
He's still wearing.
his costume?
Is that the same one? Like it looks tighter.
it isn't. It isn't. I was Superman like almost every year as a kid, and then
Dave-
I grew up as a
Dave's-
Superman fan
Dave's
too.
got an issue. The only thing that will take me away from ragging his ass about this for the rest of his life is if he can rip open that shirt right now
Right.
and still have a Superman.
Oh my
hat.
God! Why do you
That's
not?
a-
Oh, there it is! Nice.
Look at this.
That is perfect.
Look
That's
at this.
great.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
Got
you
it.
go.
Got it.
Nice.
Got
Oh, he
it.
totally called you bluff.
Wait a minute. I got one more.
Sure.
Show the other picture.
Oh my God! Oh wow, that's disturbing.
Again.
He wanted to be evil.
Again, we had money to go out and buy a Joker costume, but my mom said just use your dad's coats from the 60s and 70s
Is your
downstairs.
dad 6'10"?
Yeah, he's
You look
not, but
You look like now. This might be an age reference, but you look like Dorf does the Joker.
Oh, there you
You
go.
look like you're on your knees.
Oh, wait a minute. I got the save the best one for last.
okay.
Oh Lord.
Put that last one. There you go.
Oh my God!
What I didn't know was
Yeah.
that John Houser knew
Hell!
you.
Why am I in your photo? That's
I knew you two knew each other.
holy shit.
But the
Look at that
headphones.
receding hairline there. It looks like I could do your taxes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is. Will you do my like?
I
that's-
will.
I feel like now I'm adopted. I feel like this is disturbing.
Well, what
and we
it
might have
is
been
is-
separated at
What
birth.
it is y'all are playing with the swing.
Yeah.
And you're about to push him.
Oh,
yeah. That's. I remember that injury actually.
it.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna send you the bill for that. We've been searching for
Good
years.
pictures. I'm adopted too, man.
Are you-
I am. So,
This
dude,
is like that's weird. That is weird. That
our
looks
real
like-
parents didn't love us.
I booked this show. This is me, and they're now getting it.
Like, is this some kind of adopted
Bringing-
intervention?
Bringing people together.
Seriously, I feel like we're in the middle of a documentary and our mom's.
Told
about
you,
to
you
show
never
up.
know what I'm capable of finding.
Oh, no, those are some good pictures down memory lane.
That's a clown there, yeah.
It was funny, that graduation picture that I had there, it was after they gave us our diplomas and everything, and I was outside the Breslin Center in East Lansing, because that's where we had our high school graduation. I lit up a cigar. You can see the cigar there.
Yeah.
And administrators came over, and they told me, you need to put that out. I was like, what are you going to do, suspend me? I graduated, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's nice. I like that.
Still love cigars.
I like that you were committed to the role like your entire life.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
that's-
you were supposed to dress nice, too, and what that picture doesn't show is I had to wear the collared shirt, but you saw immediately it became unbuttoned, and I didn't wear the pants either, and I wore flip-flops. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I was hoping to see you in the shorts and the sweatpants. And
They're in the
everything.
car. They're in the car. I knew I was going to be performing, so you got to be professional. I wasn't
Right.
going to come up here shorts
I-
and flip-flops.
I am Superman. Call me Super Dave.
That's right.
Remember that guy, Super Dave?
I do.
That's
Super
a-
Dave Osborne, right?
Yeah,
Superman.
yeah,
That's
there you
where
go.
were,
He's
like-
dead now, isn't he?
I think he is.
might be,
That's
yeah.
too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we just found out today Jack Hanna's got dementia.
The animal guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't know.
So he had to retire. His daughter's running the show.
all right.
He can't, I actually know him.
I'm
Do you?
I get that. I feel like if your job is handling deadly creatures, you want to be able to remember how to do it.
Yeah.
Or go, or to be able to go, what is that?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
even the animals' names, like, hey, stop it. Crap.
Yeah, right.
Calling snakes penguins.
No, this is a silverback male gorilla. That's a lizard, Jack. Like, what are you talking about?
It's true. It's sad, though.
It is sad, but that's
It
why
is.
we make jokes about it, right?
He was a great guy. I mean, he was all about teaching you about animals.
Age
Well, I
Tried to
catches
sell
up
me,
with us all.
tried to sell me a peacock one time
Oh, you didn't buy a
for
peacock?
$25.
Oh, I'd buy a peacock.
And he was
$25.
gonna sell me a tortoise too.
Really?
Yeah.
Tortoise and a peacock.
But the problem was at the time I was a road comic.
Yeah.
You just can't carry a tortoise
Tortoise-
with
the
you.
tortoise-
Oh, dude,
slow
that'd be
you down?
totally cool, though. I've seen comics lately bringing their dogs up on stage with them. Dude, imagine you coming up every night with a peacock. That'd be great.
I have to say this. It's my obligation as a comedian. Did the tortoise slow you down? Was that
Yeah.
the problem? Just too much?
No, it was
should
a
have taken
big
a
one.
hair.
It was a big one. It was already over 100 years old.
That's right. So, all right. So, what you were mad that tortoise was going to outlive you? Or?
On top of that, they do.
Yeah. Like he's going to be around 50
Nothing-
years from now just
I'm not
spreading
having-
rumors about
It's
the
like,
clown.
it's like those birds, those macaw birds. They live to be over 100.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do is have an animal around that I yell at who's going to be around to basically crap on my grave.
Yeah, I mean, if an animal's going to outlive you, you want it to be mute.
Right. I don't want it to
Silent
go,
witness.
he's dead,
Yeah.
definitely.
Tell you a
So,
funny
so
story.
you've got some shows coming up. Are you going to be playing at One Night Stands?
I am going to
chance?
be at One Night Stands.
They're our new sponsor.
Dude, that's awesome. It's
Yeah, for
great.
one
Great
of our
club.
segments.
Mike Green is great. I saw him long ago at the club that we used to have in Lansing, and he was just amazing to watch. And then I've been out with a comic that you book, Jason Hagel, and he referred me just before the pandemic. And Mike, I messaged him. He sent me a message, message me back, and then the world ended, and I didn't send out avails to anybody at that point.
He was on the show last month.
Yeah.
We had him, and he opened up. I've tried. I'm a little, which everybody knows, a little harder core about things and about the industry and about young comics doing it the right way.
Sure.
Which some of them say, "Oh, I'm just too old school." But old school's still the way you get in the work.
Right.
Okay, and if you're not going to play that way, get out of my business. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. And I've been very vocal, which tends to piss a lot of these young amateurs to where they get on, their websites and just trash me.
Okay.
Which is fine. I don't care. I mean, I'm
Do
still.
you even know
working.
how to use the internet?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
So why does it? Why does it bother you?
Well, what bothers me is when my kids come and tell me, and they go, "Hey, Dad, some guy over in a place called Port Huron thinks you're the biggest beep." And I go, "Well, okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dad, just so you know."
Right.
I saw it on there, and but Mike got here, And it's so funny. We asked Mike, straight up, tell us what it takes to get into your club. Mm-hmm. What is it, the comic in Mexico right now?
Hold on, I'm going to write this down.
Who wants to come to Michigan on his tour? Mm-hmm. What's it take for him to get in your club? And Mike sat right there and laid it the same way I did.
Yeah.
Every time. And I'm going, wow. Here's the club booker
Yep.
telling you straight in the camera, this is what you got to do to get in his club. Mm-hmm. Now, I've been saying this for years, and that's how I get into clubs.
Was this the casting couch conversation we had before?
Sat right here. No comic has ever been lucky enough to get on the casting couch.
My goodness.
Except Carrot Top.
Oh, I don't know who that's insulting more at that point.
And what's that other chick's name? Silverman.
Oh, Sarah.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah
good.
talks about being on the casting
Yeah,
couch.
she does. Yeah.
You know, I like her.
I can only imagine some of the things she's had to endure.
Oh my God, but
Yuck.
she's tough.
Oh, yeah, of course she is.
Look here, people know that I'm not really big into female comics because I have no problem with them.
Sure.
I just don't think I don't like the ones that have to talk about how small my package is and trash me the whole show.
To be fair, they don't have to.
To be funny.
They just choose to.
Well, see, John, now I'm going to have to group you in your man bun with them. Okay?
Hey, my goal is to never be asked to do this again. Like, it's a 90-minute drive.
Well, you're doing a good job of that.
Luis, you need to come back immediately.
No,
I get it. I mean, this is great.
He's actually got a job out working.
I know, right?
Why
Yeah,
you're stuck sitting there.
this was not an opportunity so much as it was a lesson. Like, somebody's trying to teach me something. I get it.
Right.
Sorry for whoever I wronged.
But Mike put it out there.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many of them, listened to it, but he put it out there. But then they might be trashing him going, oh, he's just an old man, owns a club. He gave up. He sold out. He got a club. Well, I mean, come on.
Well, I tell you what, if he sold out, he runs about one of the best clubs I've ever seen.
And why? Because he's toured all over the country to see about the ones that run right, the ones that end up falling apart, the ones that do it. How else would you know?
And you can tell when you step foot in there that he does not overlook those minor details.
Right. That's why these amateurs who pop up these webinars, which don't get me wrong, they need them. Sure. You need them. You need guys like that room you had a long time ago.
Oh yeah,
you gotta have
log cabin.
You gotta have it. You gotta have it to work on your material to get to that point to go for the bigger things. But if it ain't run right, if you're not doing it right, then you're learning wrong.
Mm-hmm. Nope.
You
I
see?
understand that.
And that's why it just bothers me so bad that I don't mind being married. I'm married to a booker, and everyone knows that. And when she sets these rooms up, not only is there rules for the comics, there's rules for the club.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
She tells the club, look here, I'm not going to have this going on.
Right.
You're going to turn off these TVs. You're going to turn off the pool table. You're going to have a comedy night. Your club tonight may be Billy's Pool Hall on every other day of this month. But tonight, it becomes the comedy club.
And it's astonishing how many of those little details, like you said, turn off the TVs, turn off the music that's in the back, turn the jukebox off.
It's setting the expectation.
The fact that you even have to tell some
people
that
Tell the cook to turn down his radio.
Yeah. Like, oh my.
That's the one that always got me. Where I'm on stage and I'm hearing music going, where the hell's the damn music coming from? And I'm going, is the jukebox still on?
Or like you're on the stage, you're like, would someone please go to the kitchen and run some food? Like, I can hear them screaming. My God, they need a runner.
That's
food's getting cold, please.
That's
please
when,
go help
and
them.
you want to, but you're never coming back.
No.
Right.
The moment you call out a staff for being incompetent, and that's the word I use, incompetent. Now, I can honestly say, them clubs like, you just got done doing Dutch Hollow.
Yeah,
I was there for
club.
that.
Yep, that was
the country club.
A nice venue.
And you slayed that room.
Oh, wow.
And that was right before.
I appreciate
right,
that.
Well,
thank you.
Shoot, we're getting the signal, Dave.
All right.
Your time's almost up.
My time's almost up.
So, Dave, where's the next place you're going to be playing? Let's go ahead and give you a plug.
Well, I don't know when this airs, but I know I'm up in Port Bay.
Tell me when.
Port Bay tomorrow night, the 29th.
Oh, this
no,
isn't
no,
going to
no.
air.
Yeah, I
No,
did
we're
think
talking-
doing
so.
this for our own benefit.
For August.
For August, I honestly on the books, all I have right now is the at Jackson Field in Lansing, Michigan. I'll be opening up for Rob Schneider. There's a few other things that I can't talk about
Do you have
yet.
a website?
I do, Dave. Oh no, I don't have a website yet. That's in the works, but
Okay.
I was going to give my email.
But you have a
All right.
podcast.
No, just
We do
send
have
him
a
emails.
podcast, yes, and we.
What's your podcast?
The podcast is the AM Mayhem podcast with Mojo and Dave. I used to work radio about 20 years ago.
Do you have a call thing or something that people can go to? What is it they need
Oh,
to
you
look
can
up?
search for the AM Mayhem podcast. We're on Spotify. We're streaming everywhere. We're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
People
you have a
can find-
TikTok?
People can find you on Facebook.
Oh, they can
Dave
find us
Wellfare,
on-
comedian Dave Wellfare.
Absolutely.
All
Yes,
right,
they
well, there you
can.
go. Comedian Dave Wellfare. On behalf of this crew and everything, and also I'd like to thank my co-host, Jonny Houser, for stepping in and for Luis. And I'd especially like,
Thank you.
yeah, I'd like to also thank our guest, Dave Wellfare, for coming out. Remember, people, it's all about the freedom of speech to where you can say whatever the hell you want to somebody. But remember, they have the right to say what they want to you too. But it's always better if you say it funny. This is the Disgruntled Clown. Good night and thank you.
When he comes to your town, he's not fooling around. And when he comes around, he'll get rid of your frown. He's the Disgruntled Clown.